Hey guys, I just crashed there. Anyway, I'm just going to have to start over. Going to be talking about PvP formations. Tonight, wanted to put up a quick video. So I get back into your starting position or wherever. There we go. Um, Face the right direction, Jenny, come on. Be a little girl. Alright, we're going to be talking about different kind of really effective things about the formation. Now, my formation is designed specifically for this map. And the reason that it's designed specifically for this map is because this is the hardest map. If somebody has a stronger team than you and you get them on this map, there's literally nowhere to run, so you have to have the most control. My formation is also very, very, very good on the bridge map. On the ice map, to be quite frank, it's better to have 4 attackers that have good area coverage and at least 4 to 5 movement. That works very, very well on the ice map. Get all my characters over here. He'll get his characters over there, and I'll just area the whole space and just completely kill all these guys while they're walking through a bottleneck. It's brilliant. And by brilliant, I mean really, 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 really easy. But what we have with formations and different choices and different characters that we're going to be running with, there's a lot of little things I want to point out for a lot of my choices in the characters. And hopefully what we can talk about here, or what I say here, kind of helps influence what characters you might be putting into your teams and how you're going to build them yourselves. So of course, you all know my 4 heroes that I go for: Chenny, Serendi, Kai, and Bearman. To be honest, because Scissor looks like it's going to be the top pick for slot 1 heroes, basically for all time. It's much better to have a Jack in the tank. It's just the thing that I don't like about having Jack in the tank is the next best pick, by a pretty close margin, I might add, for slot 1 hero is Jenny. Jenny is probably the second best slot 1 hero in the game, which would mean she's going to stomp Jack's face in almost all the time. Spirits also runs both Jenny and Unknown in first slot. And it's very important if you're wondering about, well, I need to have this perfect team so eventually I can compete all the way at the tip top levels where all these rich people are competing right now, then you're probably going to want to build a different PvP tank aside from Jack. But Jack is extremely effective against fighting against Chennies. Now, I would not say that he's going to beat Chenny all the time. If you have, like, Chenny ignores armor, can hit him from a range, and Jack's damage is, not really all that amazing, to be completely honest. A couple Jacks specifically one Jack can beat my Chenny in a straight up one-on-one. And I don't think it's a big secret whose it is. But it's, I believe anyways, Blue Sapphires would beat my Chenny one-on-one. But I think I might have if I got a crit right off the bat, then I think I would win. So it would be hit or miss. Also, if we were both the last one standing, then I think that Blue Sapphire would have a better chance against my Chenny if I was last one standing, because then his third skill would hit me for whatever it would be for me having 160 or 170,000 health. That might actually be a problem for me. To be completely honest, because now I'm a boss and he heals himself up with the full health all the time. But he's the only Jack I don't want to actually go on one-on-one with my Chenny. But anyway, we're looking at the other team's formation here. We have Kai in slot 1, Jenny slot 2, Deb in slot 3, Jack in slot 4. Now, I feel bad. I put that I would say Jenny was a better slot 2 hero than a slot 1 hero. But recently I've completely changed my mind. I think that without a doubt she's a slot 1 hero. If I had Jenny in slot 1 right now, there's a sweet spot you could hit regardless and hit 2 characters every time on this map. If Kai was a character that could hit my 4th slot from where he's standing, he would stay there. And if he goes up to attack, there's a spot where Jenny can hit both pieces, with both the tank and the attacker, regardless. or something like that. But whatever. Anyway, Jenny has her area is huge, and she's got a lot of pretty good sweet spots. I think you could hit up on the angle and be able to get them. I forget exactly. I'm pretty sure I've done it before. You might even just go up and hit the Kai and the Jenny over here or something like that. I forget exactly how it is, because I only use Jenny for a very small bit. But enough that I completely changed where I put her. Also, her passive is too easy to disable when you're fighting against her. You could always just go right after the other paper. So we see good players like Spirits, and he's running either Unknown or Jenny in the first or second slot. But he's got his paper heroes going first. So on the bridge map, which is the easiest one to disable, maybe Jenny will act first. If it's on the square map and his Jenny goes first, then his Jenny's going to have the full benefit of her passive, which is very, very dangerous, defending or attacking. So if I'm defending and then Jenny's standing where Kai is and takes a big shot off on Bearman, it'll also hit Jenny in this position, which is bad news for me, because I was going to turn off my Jenny's passive, and that's while I'm defending. So now I'm thinking, oh my goodness, could this guy actually build some superhero? Well, I would be really upset actually if my Jenny, sitting at 50% defense and 93,700 health, could get one shot by a paper hero. I would be so upset. That means that paper hero would basically just normally straight up do 200,000 as a solid hit. Like that would just be the normal hit for that character. So that would be some scary crap. But maybe I would even have to respec and go into defense for Battle Masteries. But anyway, just some comments about the formation. 2 rocks, 1 paper, 1 scissor. That's a good balance. All heroes he probably chose to do is PvE with. A lot of people switching back over to Kai because Kai's amazing. Nobody's dropping Jack though, because Jack's HP flat rate is super, super high. Until everybody has, well, even if everybody had a maxed out Lena in their party, they'd still probably be running Jack and using the combination HP skills plus the weakening to just beat down bosses all day long. But what I want to just sort of discuss about here, effective hero choices, really cool things you can do in combination. I'm going to try to make it a little less like, well, if you have a ghost step, you can walk over here, kill Kai. By the way, I am going to be killing Kai here, just because I don't want to take a hit from this Kai. You know what, we'll take a hit from the Kai just because. Excuse me. But generally, I like to play the outside of the map with my characters. Now, the reason I do that is because I want to get a good hit around my tank. Just for fun here, I think we're going to go and try and kill Jack or Jenny, maybe, just because we can. But I'm just trying to think of what the best way to do this is. It'd probably be to kill Jenny. But then that Kai's probably going to kill my Jenny. Whatever. We'll just let Jenny die just for the sake of the video. Now, if you have a tank with aggro is not an effective stat when you are defending. If somebody's attacking you, aggro does nothing for you. Be cool if it did in the future, but it doesn't do anything for you right now. But this is basically the goal we're going for right here. Now, if I had played second, Kai would have gone and attacked, I would have killed Jenny, then Deb would have came and attacked, I would have charmed Jack, then Jack would have came and he would have basically walked right about here, taken a shot off at Kai, and I would have been able to get a 3-team sweep. Because Kai hits like a monster truck, of course. So Bearman has his place. Anyway, pretty clean victory. Don't think the person was super highly rated, to be honest. Whatever. I think it was just a weird way to spell ass kicker, but let's look at who we got here. There's an 85. Plus I use Sharpies every day to mark pieces of hardwood, so let's go with that. But I want to kind of talk about just the way that your formation works and how the characters go together. Some good ideas that you can just have as generalities if you want to build a kind of a unique team or build something yourself and find something that's nice and unique and nice and strong. I found this formation, it works really well for me, and there's a lot of really cool things about it. Now, to be honest, my least favorite formation to fight against, as you can see here, is actually my own formation. Now, if this was a Bearman, I would probably go ahead and take a shot off at the Bearman. I'm going to try and one-shot Kai, hopefully, but I know that if my Chenny came to one-shot my own Kai, I don't think I'd be very successful, especially once I get that third piece of my Pathfinder set for Kai. My Kai's going to have over 100,000 health. It's just, and with that defense, it's just not going to be damn likely that I'm going to be able to one-shot my Kai with this Chenny. But a lot of people have this great formation now that's kind of becoming a lot more common, getting some emulators, but a lot of people are running the Jack tank. So now what's going to happen for these people is they're super, super weak against paper. But what's nice about the formation is that paper runs really strong in the first and second slots, but not so much in the third or fourth slots. So we're going to dodge Jack here, but the problem with this is if I had played second, I can't do this move because then Serenity would walk up and get a double pot shot off on both my, right here, on my Kai and my Chenny. Since I went first, and I've got this ridiculous movement Serenity, I'll just come down here and hit both people. Just 1 second, guys. Alright, I'm back. Hilarious things happening. Alright, so because we're OP, we're able to do crazy shit like this. But generally, I would have to go and attack a rock. So it's kind of nice being able to dodge, push Jenny away. So paper tanks are not really ideal. As you can see, my Bearman handles basically every Chenny in the game. I don't think there's any Chenny that can 107,000 damage my Bearman. I don't see it happening. It's not very damn likely. But Rock is actually a very strong type against my team because I have rocks myself and 2 scissor types. But it's the positioning and the characters that you're picking and what positions they're going to be useful in. You can't just have this team. Like, this is a really rock specialized team, and Chenny's just so good that she's in the team. Good team combination, to be completely honest. But if somebody's running Jenny, or well, if someone's running Jenny and they're running 2 papers, so now you have to hope that Chenny's going to start in the slot that's going to kill the papers. Now, if it's going to be a map like that, then Chenny's going to start on the other side of the map. So how is that really going to help you? Big problem. Let's look at this team right here. Carrot, Kai, Deb, and Blank. And who is this? Alright. Looks like there's a Jack in the Kai spot. Well, let's see what they got for the fourth one. Let's check this team out. Maybe I'll switch out some of my other characters to just do some demonstrations, and I'll go double paper. Maybe I'll run Moo and Jenny. Their respective slots, 1 and 3. And drop Kai and Chenny. Definitely keeping the bear tank. Watch me do that and just get the ice map every single time and just have this useless bearman. Oh, it's a bearman. This guy's running double tank. Alright, so this is really cool actually. People who run double tank are they're the future for sure. You have this team of characters that's got all these great things. They just can't attack you, but then they just don't die. It's amazing. Alright, we're lucky enough to go first again. I don't know which one of these tanks has lower HP and defense, but I'm attacking that one. 53 and 53. 63 and 58. Okay, well, whatever. I think I'd do more damage to the Bearman, but I want to open up a spot for my Serenity to attack. Oh, nice. Critical hit. Man. Stronger characters and better luck? Oh, man. This is the dream right here. Alright. So again, now as you can see, my party is going to be a lot different than some other people. So this person does not have 2 extra movement on his Serenity. He doesn't have the costume. He doesn't have a Pathfinder set. pretty hard to get those things. Now, there's really cool things that you can do like this in combination with different sets that open up a lot of opportunities for you. But even if you don't have them, there's some really cool things that you can do. Obviously, if I did not have the extra movement here, I would have left the Jack in his place, and I would have just attacked the Bearman with my Chenny. So the only thing I would have done differently. If he went first, though, what's going to happen for me is his Serenity would have came up and attacked Kai, and then I would have got a double shot off on his Jack and his Serenity. If my Kai got charmed and I felt that I needed Kai to do a really good attack, I would have been able to take my Serenity around back here, or maybe over here to get out of the line of Serenity's attack, and I would have used my heal skill on Kai to get rid of the charm before he acts on his next turn. I wouldn't be losing anything because the character over in this slot generally will not be able to always hit the first lane. So say my Chenny is just 3 spots to the right in front of Bearman, where I would go and launch my attack on him. He's got Jack in this case, so I would have been totally safe. So I'm talking again like if he went first and not me. But there's a lot of these really cool plays that you can make to kind of switch things around. So when you move out of the line of fire, don't think that you're wasting a turn to do some really universally beneficial thing, because you're generally going to be trading a turn. You're going to do something, the AI is going to run somewhere, not going to be able to hurt you. So it's a perfectly fair trade-off. Mike High has 2 pieces of a Pathfinder, so he does have 1 extra movement also. I know you're not going to be able to do that move very often either. But you gotta find a team that is versatile in a lot of different ways. You want good area coverage, good skills, high hits of course, and very good movement. Movement is the most overpowered stat in the game. Like, anything that enables you is too strong. It's just, look at this stupid thing. 8,000 dodge. Most people are not going to have decimeter sets to bring their hit rate up into a guaranteed position without sacrificing a bunch of crit rate and things like that. Okay, let's gonna weaken this team up a little bit to make it more fair. Let's keep Serenity, and let's go with Jenny and Moo. Okay. Now I don't have a good slot 2 paper hero. Otherwise I would go slot 1, slot 2, because I don't want to have my paper heroes picked off early. I don't want Jenny to be able to keep her benefit for 2 turns. Generally, if you're building a Jenny for PvP, you're really going to kind of need her to be able to fire 2 shots off. Not everybody's going to have this perfect Jenny with unlimited freaking crit powers. It's also up to you which lane you want to hit. Jenny has the same thing as Carrot, where at first I thought it'd be better for her to be in the second lane, because then she's got a choice of 3 lanes that she can hit. But she does more than well enough, because she's generally going to be facing off a Jack. But she uses so much mana here. I didn't get a crit there, so I did almost no damage. Luckily, 3rd spot is almost exclusively owned by Rock right now. I don't know very many people running anything but a Rock type hero in the 3rd slot. This person's running Deb, but too bad. I run a Rock, so didn't work out very well for them. Alright. I think this is pretty obvious. See if he got stun immune. We just kill you because you're Carrot. Oh, Carrot didn't die in 1 shot. That's weird. Well, that's unfortunate. I really wanted to check the how much defense that thing had. Real crit this time. There we go. Big difference when Jenny gets a crit. Okay, I'll just walk on over here and end this here. But I find Moo, depending on the team you're fighting against, is both a good slot 1 and a slot 3 choice. If you know they have a Jack in slot 4, then you should probably put Moo in slot 1. If you don't know if they have any other Rock type heroes, if the second slot is the one that's grayed out and you're thinking about slot 3, I really don't think that you should do that when you know that there's going to be a guaranteed one in slot 1. But if that was the case, I would not recommend Jenny, because Jenny's going to be pretty solid in the slot 1. I think we can beat Kazin's team with this. He's pretty strong. And our formation actually is absolutely terrible against this. Okay, let's maybe not run with Jenny. Let's go with somebody cool. Let's go with Tao just for fun. Let's hope that we can pull out a win here with Tao. Now, Scissor in the slot 1 again. I'm going to put Moo in slot 1. Or am I? I don't use any rock types, really, that are not mid-range slot 2, slot 3s. Whatever. We'll just put Tao in slot 1. Keep Moo in good old slot 3. Got the Kung Fu fighting team right here. Now I just need Unknown. And I'm going to keep Serendi in the Kung Fu fighting team, because Serendi's just so good that she can be anything, even a tree ninja. We'll play a couple more, and then we're going to just talk about different characters for team combinations, and a few things that are very likely that they're going to come up in the future. In your mind, at some point in time, you're going to think, oh shit, well, what about this? And Bearman's charmed. But it's okay. It's okay, because we're going to win the video game, so long as Jenny does not kill me here. What's your movement? Okay, I think I'm going to lose Serendi here to Jenny. Which is unfortunate. Maybe I can get a sweet crit off on this Moo and kill it. It's not bloody likely, though. How squishy is Jenny? Well, you know, I think we have a better shot off against Moo here, so we're going to go for that. Oh, charm immunity on the Moo. Oh, Bearman's aggro. Oh, he's so amazing. He's so amazing. It is almost... You know, it's not even almost. It's complete bullshit. Alright, let's go heal our Bearman up. And it's totally cool that he's going to punch me and stun my Moo. Oh man, every time I'm charmed, I know I always get stunned. Alright. Pretty sure this just kills him. Oh man, you're a sucker. Stupid Serendi AIs, eh? Alright, let's get ourselves... You know, I think I have to actually stun this. Kind of want to kill Moo, though, over Serendi. Nice. Oh, it's so great when that works for you. Alright, whatever. Let's attack. Get Bearman attacked again. If you guys aren't seeing how amazingly valuable aggro is from all this, then I guess there's just no hope left for you. I think especially with the new coming patch, Bearman's probably going to be the most overused tank in the game, because everybody's going to be running crazy paper heroes. We might see a lot of rock heroes that are really common now just drop right off because they get one shot all the time by characters like Angela. Look at all this China. Or really, really tight Korean. Looks like Chinese. I don't know. I probably just sound racist. Okay. This person's definitely top tier. Why is his battle score 43,000? Oh, he's got 3 stars in his team for some reason. I know this Korean name, and I know he's not like that. This doesn't make any sense. Well, Better make it semi-fair. Goodbye, Tau. Goodbye, Serenity. Goodbye, Moo. Or wait, maybe I should keep just Serenity just in case. Let's go with... Who do I have equipment on? I think I got gear on Persona and Nox. Just need to do something real quick. Alright. Totally cool if Nox just gets killed. Alright, so Electra and Persona. Alright, sweet deal. Sweet deal. Now, if we just get our asses kicked here, that's pretty funny too. Oh, he's got a 4-star kitty. Darn it. Whatever. Is this really? There's no way. Alright, let's just swap places. Dispel? What do you mean dispel? Oh wait, okay. I did. Or for some reason I thought it wasn't giving me my, my bonus. Gonna just ignore Persona. Pretty sure we got it on lockdown now. Did that kitty do infinity damage to me? Does Kitty have a... No. No. Huh. I wasn't paying attention. I don't see how I took so much damage. Alright, well. Let's just confuse the shit out of you. Or let's just kill you and not confuse you at all. Well, that was pointless. I hope nobody revenged me in the time I was doing that fight. Alright, take out the Chinaman. I know I'm going off on a lot of tangents here, but when you're picking your characters for your formation, and you're trying to build this magic team that's just going to stomp on everything, the most important things to think about are characters that people are using. Characters that are very good at fulfilling that specific role or that hole that you're going to be taking out for whatever everybody else is using. If you're trying to find something that's going to counter what other people are doing, it's going to have to be able to do the exact same things that team does and counter it at the same time. It's going to do it with heroes that are just better against those heroes that you have, generally, that you see all the time. It's not a good strategy to just have this team where like, hey, they have rock characters, I'm going to make paper characters, and that's paper characters beat rock characters. Everybody knows that, right? That's just not going to take you very far. You're generally going to have to come up with something actually well thought that has a really good strategy around it. Like what I like about Spirit's team is he's not completely committed to paper, but he's a big spender, so he's got a lot of really good stuff. But the way that he's built his team is also very efficient. Like, I don't like it when I think that people who have spent a lot of money just don't know what they're doing, or don't have a good reason for doing anything, or don't think they've done any research, or there's this idea that a lot of people have that people that are paying because they're not good enough to do it without paying. Where generally a lot of the people who are paying are actually just very good at the same time. There are a lot of people that have paid for this game that are just like that, and they're just lazy, they don't do any farming. But even with money, you have to do a crazy amount of farming in this game. And if you're putting a crap ton of time into something and money, then you're generally going to be doing a lot of research into whatever it is you're doing, so you don't look like an idiot when you have whatever you like all that investment you put into it. But what I like about Spirit's team is he knows he wants to have a superpowered Jenny. So he's experimented with basically every paper hero in the game. He's settled on Unknown to be Jenny's second right now, but I'm sure he's probably looking at Angela for when she comes out. I don't think he's going to stick with Unknown forever because Unknown's just really not. It's not. He's not particularly amazing. He's better at PvE than he is at PvP. Now, if we consider something like as a singularity for a moment, the crazy amount of jacks, then his Unknown's probably cleaning house right now. He walks down the lane, he kills Jack in one shot. That's his standard opening. And it'll happen like that every single time because his Unknown has over 50,000 attack and Jack is a rock type. I think he even one-shots Blue Sapphires, which is impressive if nothing else. But he's built his formation very properly. He's not running a tank, I don't believe, right now. But his characters have very, very good gear, and they're all very tanky. So that's something he's counted on. He said, you know what, 90% of the players in the ladder are just not going to be able to deal with how tanky my attackers are. There's nothing wrong with that. I wonder if he's around here somewhere. Maybe we can take a peek at him. There he is. Alright, so this is his team. So he is running with the tank now. He's running with Jack. Before I thought he was running with 4 attackers. So he's got Unknown in the slot 1 and Jenny in the slot 2. I think he was running Jenny in slot 1 for a while, and I think he should probably actually go back there. He's also running Lena, and then he's got Jack. So he's got sustainability, he's got utility. He doesn't have any heals or debuffs, but I'm sure he's got a lot of immunities on his characters, so he feels he doesn't need them. He's got a super cannon Jenny with the way that she's built. Let's just take a look at this Jenny for a minute. Almost 25,000 attack and 80,000 health with an 87% crit rate and a 47% hit rate. If for some reason you feel that that's not impressive, then damn, we're playing completely different games. Because then he gets all this on top of that. He has got some really good stuff. Mantra of Awakening, wow. If you're not sure, then it's MP by 5 up to 45, attack by 500 up to 9,000. But not over 9,000, that's why this is only A rank. But some pretty crazy stuff on there. This Jenny is so insanely strong, it's ridiculous. Now, the only problem that Jenny really has is she can fire the skill twice consecutively, but that's about it. 176 mana. He's only got 320 mana, so he's got 2 shots. So that's why if you're building Jenny seriously for PvP, you need to have this crazy-ass crit rate. You can't just have, 20% crit and, well, after I cast the skill, now my crit rate's maxed. If you are playing Jenny competitively and you're going for, you're going for gold, you're going for the top, you need to be able to use this passive on your first turn. You might not have another turn to use it, which means her at 7600 crit rate is just not generally an amazing idea for you. If you got to be able to pull at least plus 50%, 55 to 65% would probably be a good range. If you're a superhero like Spirits here, you can go for the mighty 87%, but you're going to need to pull a high crit rate, because if you don't get value from her passive at all, then she's been a waste of a hero, because her damage is kind of not that great otherwise. If this hero doesn't crit, then, well, she has nothing that pierces armor, her attack is not that high, and her skill only has 170% damage. So when she doesn't crit, it's just not pretty. So you need to be able to crit all the time with her. So the only thing I don't like about Jenny is that she needs to have another paper hero alive. If Jenny's the last hero you have standing, this is not a good situation for you. Now, luckily, she's not super tanky. She's kind of squishy, so it's not damn likely that she's going to be the target that's saved alive for last if you're being attacked. But if she is, then you're in some serious trouble because she gets 2 shots. She doesn't get crits on those shots with another paper hero around, then there's no value to it. So it's kind of bad. That's why I've decided to put her more in a slot 1 than a slot 2. He's also running a Diva Lenny. I think he dropped Deb for that. Now look at this. Like, he's got some monstrous heroes. 93,000 HP. Oh my goodness, a full Pathfinder set. I'm so jelly. I need one more pair of these stupid boots. I need these freaking boots. It's just got a random fodder piece here. But look at this. He's got 2 extra movement on it. Not ghost steppy, but 5 movement. That's pretty solid for a character like this. She's got good range, 4 range skill, 2 range skill, and a 3 range skill. I also think that this can hit 3 tiles away in the right circumstances. This is a funny hitbox. But yeah, generally just all around a solid hero. Probably working on these skills. Looks like he's going for the charm first. I wonder if he's just doing that because it's easier. Anyway, we'll talk about details like that later. Very strong character, Lena, and really good utility. Immobilize is like you go against any tank in the game that's being played currently, and Immobilize just makes them go away. The only tanky character that could deal with this would be Lancer Alex, but he's a balance type, not a tank. He's also paper, so Lena would just chew him right up. So Lena going to be a very solid choice going forward. I think she's going to be a little bit squishy. She's not super tanky, to be completely honest. But she's got such amazing utility. She's going to be one of the top characters to have under your control for sure. I'd still prefer Chenny because Chenny just goes into your face and kills you. And killing people is usually better than screwing them up in the head. But Lena's got a million uses. There's going to be so many times where you're one-on-one, Lena's left, their character might be a tank or something like that, or even a character with low range. I've had times where I've had a Lena against my Kai, and the AI actually did immobilize lock me for 3 turns. It's happened. The AI does it too, so good defensive hero, good offensive hero. I think he's going double paper, double scissor, which is a bit of a tiny mistake, to be honest. Oh no, he's going 1 scissor, 1 rock. If he was going to go with a 2-piece specialization, like a lot of people are running 2 paper, 2 scissor, 2 rock, 2 scissor, 2 scissor, 2 paper. If he's going to go for paper, I would say that he would probably want to go with 2 rocks also, because a lot of people are going to be running scissor rock. I think 2 scissor, 2 rock is the most common thing right now. So if you're trying to think of a team that's going to need a little bit more of an advantage, then you're probably going to want to build like that. And if you're going to be building a paper specialized team, you're definitely going to want to have Jenny in your team, and you probably might want Moo right now. If you don't want to raise Jenny, you don't have it. Carrot would be just as good on the offense, and Cleo would be probably not as good on the offense, but definitely better on the defense, screwing people up with confuses and things like that. But there's not really that many great choices for paper right now until the next patch comes out. I think Angela and Jenny are going to make a crazy-ass team for slot 1 and 2 or slot 1 and 3, whichever way people want to play it. She's going to be so tanky that I think that she'll probably be in slot 3 and Jenny be in slot 1. But again, I'm sidetracking like crazy here. For the most part, Spirits is definitely going for the gold. Now he's using 2 melee heroes here, which I really think he could probably get away with dropping Jack. And, well, you know what? Actually, that's tough to say. There's too many really strong slot 1 scissors right now. And he probably just feels that it's better to have the Jack for the defense. Oh. But who could he put in here? Whew, tough call. You wouldn't want to have a paper in slot 4 for sure. So that would just leave him with Dominique. Unless you want to have a tank Chenny, but it's not going to be damn likely. It is still geared. Pretty well geared, actually. Only one piece. Lonely ghost step piece. Anyway, we'll examine what he's doing later when he probably wins rank 1 this week. I kind of feel bad that we took it away from him last minute this week, so I'm going to try and revenge people under him and fight people under him and try and help him get first place this week. So, Spirits, if you're watching, then go for first again this week. I'm sure you're going to do that anyway. I'll try to talk more people into helping you out. Generally a really solid team here, though. Attack type character, area damage character, utility character, tank. I prefer my utility character to also be a good area character like Serenity. And people who think that Serenity does not have good area coverage for her attacks are completely crazy. She's got amazing coverage for her attacks. She covers 12 squares in all directions. That's pretty fantastic. I also like my utility going earlier than later. But very solid team. Spirits is probably one of the only people where I attack where I think there's a good chance if I screw it up I'm just going to die. I felt more threatened when he had Jenny in slot 1, personally. But because I run double scissors, and he's got double paper, I think it's not that difficult to take care of him. His unknown, having Bearman as a tank, is the only thing protecting me from this monster. He has like 50,000 something attack when he is got the suits turned on in battle. And he's got this. Damn. I don't really like this set, but another 700 something attack. It's like you can have the Beast Rain equipped, but you can still have the Pink Ranger set equipped at the same time. So that's pretty damn cool. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here for now. I'm going to put up another video tonight. We're going to be talking about different tiers of characters again. And I'm going to be putting up a little, kind of a new tier list. Just based off some popular opinions that I'm getting. Alright, hope it wasn't too much of a ramble.